Everyone, my name is Dr. Kenneth Ogbein. I am the founder and owner of Vethaven Animal Services in Kubwa, FCT Abuja. Today we are going to have a special episode for the poultry practitioners and poultry farmers, anyone into poultry medicine or uses powder drugs. So here we have our powder medication, our teaspoon, right? And then we have just the paper and then our scale. Our scale is in grams. So we want to debunk the myths and then serve you with facts of how many grams a teaspoon is. I've had a lot of debate about this. Some people say it's 4 grams, some people say it's 5 grams, some people say it's 10 grams. I've even heard somebody say it's 15 grams. So, but we're going to weigh and then know exactly how many grams a teaspoon is. So we don't have an ideal teaspoon, so we're going to be realistic in Nigeria. What we usually use to measure is this takeaway spoon. This is what most people have. So this is what we'll be using. Alright, so now I want to measure the poultry job. So we're going to be measuring a flat teaspoon, right? Because if we say just use a teaspoon, I can weigh mine like this. You might weigh yours like this. Everybody might have their own different measurements of what a teaspoon is. But if we all say we are going to be using a flat teaspoon, right? We all have about the same measurements, right? As long as we say it's a flat teaspoon. So the idea is to make your teaspoon as flat as possible, then weigh it on the scale. If you can look from the edge, you can see how flat it is, right? Can you see? It is flat. So now we're going to place it on our scale. So how many grams is that? 5 grams. So whenever you want to dispense or administer, you should always consider that your teaspoon is 5 grams. So when they tell you, okay, for this medication, use it at 1 gram to 4 to 5 liters of water for broilers, you should know that, okay, this 5 grams now is going into 20 liters of water. Do you understand? So that's just it. Why are we acting all of this drama? Now we know how many grams a teaspoon of a drug is, takeaway spoon now is. So why do you need to know? Why do you need to know all of this? Number one, efficacy. So you're trying to treat a disease, you need to measure adequately so that the disease will go away, so that your treatment will be successful. You don't want to be treating and not getting results. So that's very important. Number 2, the patient safety or your poultry safety or your animal safety. Now, if you overdose these animals, it might lead to toxicity in the long run. So you don't want that as well. You want your animals to be safe. Number 3, antimicrobial resistance is one. When you keep underdosing your birds, over time they become resistant to some of these medications, and that's not good for you, the farmer, for the consumer, and then for the world at large. We don't want to be having superbugs in our world today. And finally, we would want to have cost-effective treatment, in the sense that you buy a medication, the medication you buy it for a certain amount, and then you are supposed to use it at a certain dose. If you pour everything, it will not be therapeutic now. So you don't want to be spending so much on medications and not getting desired results. So the cost too is something you should factor into your drugs and then the treatment. So that is what you should also consider. Thank you so much. Dr. Kenneth Ogbein from Vethaven signing out.